Yikes. When a look goes horribly wrong. Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I've sat down and played with some makeup. Let me put my hair up while we talk about that. In January, you tend to see a lot of the drugstore brands putting out new makeup, and they did. And I have been kind of trolling Walgreens, CVS, and Ulta, and Walmart, and picking up a few things. Some of these are brand new in the market. A lot of them are just new to me. And I think none of this is a first impression, maybe second or third in some cases, but I wanted to just kind of put it on and chit chat with you while I did it. So let's start with sunscreen, because the sun shines 365 days a year, even if it doesn't feel like it, especially in winter. This is new. You will be seeing this in January favorites. This is the Australian Gold Mineral Lotion Non-Greasy Botanical Sunscreen Tinted Face 50 Broad Spectrum SPF. It's a long name. Basically, it's mineral sunscreen, it's tinted, and it's an SPF of 50. I use a big chunk there. I like my Elta MD just fine, but I've noticed recently it wasn't playing well with a lot of my foundations. Initially, everything would go on just fine, but then, I don't know, 7 hours into the day, which is, a pretty long time, but it would kind of like ball up right around here. I don't know if it's because I'm... What's going on out there? I don't know if it's because I've changed up my skincare a little bit and that I'm using Retin-A now daily, but whatever. Also, Amazon purchase that I need to talk about, I've had for months but haven't mentioned. These makeup towels, literally they say makeup. They're amazing. It's what's always in my lap when I'm doing these videos or when I'm getting my makeup on in real life. Moving on to foundation. This has been talked about a lot on YouTube. This is the Covergirl+Olay Advanced Radiance Foundation. I have noticed that for me, it's definitely medium-ish. It's not full-on crazy coverage. And I am foregoing my usual under eye corrector because I'm trying to stick with all drugstore today. I've noticed that this does oxidize on me a little bit. So if you're wondering what shade to get, maybe get, one shade lower, your true shade. This matches up just fine. It does get a little darker as the day goes on, but it still matches me just fine. It's very thick and creamy. It's not a liquidy foundation at all. So there it is on. It evens things out. Concealer time. I've talked about these. These are not new. They are the Makeup Revolution, or now they're just called Revolution, I think. Beauty. Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer. This has hyaluronic acid, and these are billed as medium to full coverage. I have 2 shades now. I did pick up another shade. I have it in C2 and C3. So we'll do C2 under the eyes and C3 on my blemishes. And it may not look like my skin looks much better without foundation on, but I can assure you, since I've started using Retin-A every day, a lot of the discoloration on the outer portions of my face that I've been having issues with have distinctly gone down. Okay, this brush is not drugstore, but I cannot live without it. I now have 3 of them. It's the BK Beauty Brush 106. I use it for almost everything I can think of that is cream or liquid. I picked this up. This is also new. Okay, I'm like y'all. I watch all the same videos you do. I've been watching everyone's best of 2019 videos, beauty videos and all that. I love those. I love best of videos. Anyway, I can't remember who recommended this. It might have been Allie Glines. It might not have been in her best of 2019. But anyway, it's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent. Can you hear Rowdy? He's like running laps in the house. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a basic delivery system. I think it's destined to crack. Some of you are going to have issues with this because it is not talc free. It does set my makeup really well. It's maybe a little drying though. I think perhaps for a drugstore loose powder, I'm still gonna have to go with the Maybelline Fit Me. I don't know if the Maybelline Fit Me is talc free, to be fair, so maybe I'm recommending something else that's maybe not any better. So for a while, my all-time favorite, maybe bronzer, not just drugstore bronzers, the L'Oreal True Lumi Bronze It bronzer. But my second favorite is the Milani one, but I had been using shade 2. I recently rectified that. I was at Walmart getting something else and found myself in the makeup aisle, because of course you do. And I picked up the 01 shade, which is Sunlight. And I have to say, it's a better fit. This is obviously a better shade match for my current state of affairs, which is pale. Not just current, I mean, that is just a state of being. Next is highlighter, and this again is something I've been using for the last few weeks. If you actually read my description boxes, scrolling all the way down to see what I'm wearing, you will have seen this guy pop up. This is the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic highlighter in the shade 201 Daybreak right there. Rowdy is losing his mind. I don't know what is going on. There's a squirrel. That's what's going on. Okay. This comes in a few shades depending on your skin tone. There is a deeper gold version. Look at that. It's a really cloudy day. I don't have the ring light on, and but I'm getting enough light in. Look at that highlighter. Woo! I love it. Now new, I haven't even swatched it. This is absolutely a first impression. I bought this because Angie Hot and Flashy recommended it. It's from e.l.f. You had to order it online. I looked in every store. I don't know. I do this to myself. I live on YouTube, so to speak, and then go and try to find things in person. I went to every store in San Antonio that sells e.l.f. Nobody had it, and I realized it's an online only thing. This is an e.l.f. blush. I don't have the exact name because it's written in the tiniest of print. What is it? Oh yes, I can. Always Cheeky. It just looked like the perfect shade when Angie was putting it on her cheeks, so I said, yep, I'm gonna order that. Went back to Angie's video, clicked on her link, and boom, ordered it. Could have saved myself days of wandering around San Antonio. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I have a lot of pale pinks, but I don't have one that is more of a peach undertone. And this is really pretty. This video is not gonna be like, oh my gosh, everything is amazing. It just isn't. I love it when that works out, but sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna move on to eyes. This I already know I like. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in the shade 300 Blonde. I am way overdue for my second microblading appointment to fill it all in. I'm gonna pencil these in and then we'll come back and we'll talk about eyes because there's some stuff. I brushed them into place with the NYX Brow Mascara in Blonde. A better brow mascara I have not yet found. A few of you messaged me and said, hey, Milani has put out some new palettes. Can you go pick some up? And I looked, and the only one that looked appealing to me remotely was this one, the Milani Gilded Nude, that nobody has in the store. They have all the other Gildeds, not the Nude. So I ordered it online. There it is in all of its glory. And here's the thing. I absolutely adore and love the Soft and Sultry palette and the Bold Obsessions palette. Hands down, two of my most used palettes, drugstore or otherwise, doesn't matter, just most used, most loved. The quality is impeccable. Then there's this thing. First of all, the packaging. It's cardboard, which is fine. I don't have an issue with cardboard, but the other palettes that I mentioned are not. And the price isn't different, or it's about the same. So there's that. These do not swatch nearly as nicely. They're much drier. The shimmers aren't as creamy, and this glitter one, this detox, what an odd name. This lime green, soft lime green shade it's kind of gritty. I'm not really sure what I would do with this. Maybe in the spring I could wear this. It just doesn't really go with anything else in the palette. I think it would look prettier on deeper skin tones. On me, it's an interesting shade. There's really only 3 sort of shimmer lid shades. They are 75 and Sunny, which is a burnished gold. There is Pampered, which is a really nice all over the lid shade, but it goes on a little too deep for me. Me, no. And then there's DGAF. I know what AF stands for. I'm not sure what DG stands for. And there's DGAF. Let me swatch it on my hand for you. And these swatch nicely. I mean, I have no problem with these shimmer. They're just not the same as the previous formula that I mentioned that I love so much. The mattes are pretty dry and they skip a little bit. They're just a very strange color combination. And then I was at Ulta and I saw this, or maybe it was Walgreens. I think it was Walgreens, Could have been CVS. And this is the Most Wanted eyeshadow palette in the shade Partner in Crime. And I thought, this is a perfect basic matte neutral palette. Let's grab that. Let's use this, and maybe I'll throw in some of the shimmers from that one on the lid. But my advice, skip the Gilded Nude. Skip it and just get Bold Obsessions or the Soft and Sultry palette. You'll be much happier, I promise. Okay, so let's play with this one though. I'm gonna use a fluffy crease brush and just the second shade over. Really nice, soft, very light, kind of beigey tan brown. These are also a little dry to the touch, I have to say. Not as dry as the Gilded Nude, and I do like the color scheme on this concept much better. I just don't get the Gilded Nudes. I don't get the decision as to the colors they put in there. I don't understand I don't know why they would mess with a good thing. And I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit into the outer corner and down just a little bit onto the lid. And then with a flat brush, I'm actually gonna take the tip of it and just run that underneath. Of course, my neighbor's landscaper showed up in the middle of this too. All right, I'm gonna deepen the crease with the fourth shade over. I'm skipping this kind of pinky one and going on to this guy here. There we go, that guy. And I'm going a little lower into the socket line. Yeah, I don't love this so much either. I don't think Milani hit it out of the park with their newest eyeshadows, gotta say. Sorry guys, I know this is probably not what you signed up to see. You want to see pretty and perfect and really good stuff, but sometimes it's good to see the stuff that's not so good. Let's take the shimmer shade here, Pampered, the lightest one, and let's stamp that across with a finger here. Let's stamp that across the lid. Yikes, when a look goes horribly wrong. That second shade that I put down from the matte palette actually turned pink on me, didn't it? Well, I guess it goes with this. Let's deepen up. Let's go back to this palette then. This is a nightmare. We're gonna use the deepest brown here. It's called And Chill. How to try to salvage a look that's gone horribly wrong. This video is cursed. Dogs barking, phones ringing, landscapers. Okay, let's try to salvage this. I'm gonna take the cream shade Weekender with a fluffy brush, kind of blend it out a little bit. And we're also trying to cover up some of that pink. Mascara is gonna help us a lot, I promise. Just to show you like how bad. I'm taking the second darkest shade here, which is pretty dark, and dipping a pretty concentrated brush here. And it's barely showing up. I mean, you would think something this deep and dark would really have an impact on my skin tone. Let's just keep this train wreck going. I'm gonna curl my lashes first, and then I'm going to use an eyeliner that I really like. Yay, it's not all bad. This is from Revlon. I just grabbed this. It's their Color Stay Micro Hyper Precision Gel Eyeliner. So if you're interested or you like the Hourglass, the really skinny version, but that price point is a little terrifying to you, this is a very similar concept. I believe there are other colors. It's just a really, really micro fine brown, in this case, eyeliner. And I'm just gonna very closely line the upper lash line. Now I can't say that this is a dupe for the Hourglass because I've never tried the Hourglass, but I love how I can get right on the lash line, just do the tiniest bit. I have hooded eyes, I have tiny eyes, I don't want a ton of eyeliner, so this is fabulous. Now, mascara, another winner, another recommendation from Jessica Braun. This is the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. Now, I love the False Lash Princess, or something like that, the one in the green bottle. This one is very, very good as well. Really thin wand, so you can really get in there. Might not look that thin, but trust me, it is. So you can really get into those lower lashes and upper lashes. Let me throw this on, and then we'll finish up this disaster of my face. All right, you can fix a lot with some lipstick, and this is where I went a little crazy. So first, I picked up this one from Almay, and it's their Lip Vibes, I think. It's called Skip the Gym is the shade. It's a cardboard tube. They have cream and matte versions. I just thought that this would be a really pretty, easy to wear, soft shade. Well, I'm pressing really hard here. And I'm going over it about 10 times. And that was an awkward place to swatch. Let me swatch in a better location for you. That's pushing really hard. And my lips have pigment already. So when you slap this on, it's like you're wearing nothing. And it's a little bit drying. So I don't really see the point. I might as well just put on lip balm and call it a day. So this was a fail. Then I saw at, I don't know, one of the drugstores, Revlon had some new shades in their classic cream lipstick. And I have always had great luck with it, with this formula. This new shade, it's number 762, Flushed. And look at this. How pretty is that in the tube? That's sort of like, if there was a shade that described my perfect shade, it's right there. It looks super bright, but really pretty. It doesn't look quite that bright, but it is definitely brighter than it appears. Then I was at Ulta and discovered on the bottom shelf a whole display of the Nivea lip balms that everyone's talking about. So I did grab the Blackberry one, and true to what everyone says, it smells like Kool-Aid. It's amazing. And here it is swatched. See, wouldn't you rather put on that than the going to the gym one? But as I was getting rung up at Ulta, the girl said, hey, wait, it's buy one, get one free or half off, or I don't remember. Hurry up and grab another one. So I grabbed this one. This is their Shimmer Lip Care. Don't think I would have grabbed this if I had time to think about it. It's basically a frost. I'm not sure you can tell there. It's a frost lipstick balm. It's interesting. It's really cool, though, if you layer it over the Blackberry one. So that's what I'm going to do. No, I don't know. I'm going to do both. I'm going to show you it layered over it, and then we're going to try the Revlon. So here we go. Here's the Blackberry one by itself. It's pretty, right? I mean, it's easy. Then we're going to do a little shimmer. A little shimmer, shimmer. There it is on the bottom. I know I don't have the best lips here, but makes it a little pinky-er. I like this together, but really layering lip balms is probably a little extra even for someone like me. And it doesn't really go with what I have on my eyes, but nothing does. So let me show you the Revlon one too. So here is the Revlon shade. Really creamy. This is a makeup look that has just gone all over the place. There you go. Let me take my hair down for you. It's a little less crazy. Yeah, no, I don't know that helped. What I would actually recommend, I do really enjoy the Nivea Blackberry Lip Balm, and I do like the shimmer one more as a layer over something else. By itself, it's pretty frosty, but together it's kind of magical. I absolutely love this Revlon lipstick, not necessarily with what I have going on in the upper half of my face, but generally speaking, it's quite good. I also very much enjoy the Essence mascara. I haven't tried one that isn't, this is gonna be a double negative. Let me rephrase. Every mascara I've tried from Essence has turned out to be outstanding, so not surprised there. The Revlon Skin Lights highlighter, it's great. It's a good highlighter, and I like that they have acknowledged that people have different skin tones, so there's some options there. As far as what else is new that I like, the Milani bronzer is a standout. And I think I very much like the blush, although it's a little premature to recommend it because I've had it on for all of 10 minutes. As far as the please do not waste your money, don't even bother. Both of the Milani eyeshadow palettes, sorry Milani, I like so many things that you make, but not these. They're both dry. The color, I hate this phrase, but the color story on the Gilded Nude just makes no sense. And I don't know. There's just so many other options out there. They got to hit it out of the park, and they just didn't. And these are not very pigmented. They're kind of dry to the touch. Again, so many options out there. Even at the drugstore price point, you got to do better. It's still too early to say for sure on the Covergirl+Olay Advanced Radiance, but so far, I do like it. Well, there you have it, my train wreck of a drugstore makeup try-on. I'd say this is like a try-on. It's like a dressing room try-on, but my face is the dressing room. Let me know what you think. Do you like seeing when it doesn't always go right? Because I can do a lot of those. That's like every day when I put my makeup on. Or would you prefer perfectly polished and edited where everything is the way it should go? let me know. I am curious. Anyway, as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you at least were entertained and maybe found 1 or 2 products that you really liked. Ooh, I forgot one to recommend. It's so tiny. The Revlon Skinny, the micro tip pencil. It's so little, it's easy to overlook, but this is a fabulous find as well. Anyway, that's it. I'm saying goodbye now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate the time that you spend with me, especially when it's a crap video like this one. No, but the products were. And I will see you in the next one, which actually is a dressing room try-on and turned out much better than this. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.